Hey everyone, timscomputerfix.net. Well, here it is. This is the final result of my i9-9960X build with a GTX 1080 Ti. Went with a smaller Corsair Obsidian 450D case. The customer wanted this to be a little bit more compact and easy to handle because he will be moving it often. I like it, a nice tight little build here. This is a beast of a computer, and I'll show you some benchmark scores here. We'll talk about some benchmark scores here in a second. Let me see if I can put a little bit more light on this. It might help. It might be glare. Yeah, a little bit of a glare, but I can take that side panel off. But nice and clean. Not a bad build at all. Let me take the side panel off here. Might help us see things a little bit better. So there's our power supply down there. Nothing special. It's a powerful power supply, and there's reasons why, we went with that power supply. It's got all the protection that we need to protect these components. There's some really high-end components in here, and it's also, we have that for some expandability, and we know for a fact that that power supply there will never overheat. It'll never get to that point. I think it's best to have a really nice power supply to protect the type of parts that are in this computer. We have the 128 gigs of RAM. There's 4 sticks on both sides, so there's 8 sticks in there. You can't see it behind this cooler, but I had to change out this 120 millimeter fan. It did have this bigger one, but I had to change it out to 120. Because it wouldn't fit. That sits on the RAM, so it would stick out kind of far enough for the case. The side cover would not fit very well. Would not fit on at all, actually. So that's okay. I made use of that fan up top, as you can see there. Looks very nice. The cooling on this is extremely good, extremely well. 100% load, all 32 threads, 16 cores. This hardly reaches 60C, that processor does. That's outstanding, and that's what we like. There's no overclock on this at the moment. We may in the future. Oh, it's a beast. I tell you, it is a beast of a machine with the benchmarking that I've been doing on this. There is a 500 gig NVMe, which you look at my previous videos. It's behind this video card. There's Octane boost down there. Down there you can see that vertical card down there. Right there. That's a vertical card. That's Intel Octane that pairs up with this 4 terabyte Western Digital Black. Very nice to boost the speeds of that drive a little bit. So up front here I want to talk about this guy. This is a hot swap bay. I talked about this on the unboxing on one of my live videos. If you want to go back and take a look at that, you'll see what it looks like unboxed. Come back around to this side, you can kind of see how it's plugged in there. That's a 2.5 and a 3.5 hot swap bay. It is a combination, and it also gives you 2 3.0 USB ports additional in the front. And this works really well. You just pop this guy open, and you have a 2.5, and then pop this guy open. You have 3.5. Pop your drives in there, close it up, and they all pop up on the screen. Hey, I'll have a list of all these parts down here below in the comment section here. If you want to take a gander at it and see what I got, I do recommend that hot swap bay. It's very nice, works very well. Plus it adds a couple of USB ports there for you. Front panel audios there, and regular 2 more 3.0 ports in the front. But we got some 3.1, we got some USB 3.1 Type C headers back here too. And that's a really nice feature. There it is right there. USB 3.0 3.1 Type C and USB 3.1 USB header. Very, very good there. This build turned out really nice. This guy's going to be using a program similar to Maya and he is using this for computer animation. And I'm going to give you some benchmark scores, show you some benchmark scores here in 1 second. So you might be wondering, gosh, why did you pick such a smaller or older case? This is the Obsidian 450D, which is an older case. Or you might say, gosh, why did you go with that cooler? Well, there's a couple of reasons why I've gone with some of these parts, and the biggest playing factor, availability, and I'm basically on a deadline. The case itself was chosen by my customer, and I had no choice but to go with the case he picked. This case is a smaller case that he wanted because he needs to be able to to move it. Being in a dorm, he may be changing dorm rooms, he may be heading back home every once in a while, and he has to be able to easily, pick it up and tote it. So some of those bigger, heavier cases with glass on and stuff like that, he didn't want. So I was stuck with having to go with the case. As far as the heatsink goes, there are other varieties out there. However, I couldn't find them, for instance, for Amazon Prime, or I wasn't able to get them here quick enough and in time enough for me to get this project started. This customer of mine doesn't really care much about how much bling there is or how it looks. As a matter of fact, he didn't care if it had a glass panel on it or not. He just wants the performance. So I know maybe this isn't the ideal for some of you guys that might build a computer of this nature and of this expense. But I tell you what, it may not look like a $7,000 computer, but it freaking performs like one. That's for sure. I can promise you that. And that's really what's important here. So I know I'm going to hear it from you, and you're going to be commenting on this and that and the power supply and the case and whatever. That's fine. I really didn't have a choice. I couldn't sit down and get these parts together the way I wanted to. This was all about what my customer wanted, and also on a deadline. So just want to clear that up. Okay, real quick, we'll just pull up our CPU-Z here. Now it identifies this as a Intel Core i9-7960, but this is, I guess, a revision of that. Is one of the original dies, I guess. But we're looking here at, right here it says Core i9-9960X. So there's that. Our main board here is the ASUS TUF X299 Mark I. There's our 118 gigs of memory. Graphics card is a 1080 Ti right there. Outstanding. We'll run Cinebench here real quick. Start test. Stressing our CPU. Little GPU test here. Our Cinebench score, this is all at stock, is 4,081. How about that? Pretty darn nice, huh? Over here to the right are all of our threads. Oh, wow. How about that? Look at all of our threads here. You don't see that every day. That is absolutely insane. That is a sight to see, to be honest. Very nice. Let's continue with some more benchmark, shall we? We have Cinebench R15. This will be really interesting. So we're going to run the CPU first. Look at how fast that's going. Done. Already done. Score on that is a very nice 3486 for the CPU. Let's try the OpenGL and see what our score is on that. That's 3486 on our CPU on Cinebench R15. Now we're doing OpenGL. We have a score on Cinebench on our OpenGL. 144.33 frames per second. Very nice, I must say. You know what though? There's a new Cinebench out. This is Cinebench R20. Done. Look how fast that was, huh? Cinebench R20. 8,192 is the score on our i9-9960X. That's impressive. That beats out the AMD Threadripper 1950X, which is also a 16-core processor. That beats it out by almost over 1,000 points. Impressive. I can't wait till I start building me some more computers of this nature. It was a lot of fun. I have to go deliver this in the morning, and I think this student that I'm going to be giving this to is really going to appreciate it. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, why don't you head right down below here, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. That would be really awesome. I have much more computer repair videos coming your way. There's also a bell you can click for to get notifications for my videos. I really appreciate everybody's support. And as usual, everyone, until next time, see you soon.